Hi guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Kari. I live in Jamaica and today I want to talk to you about how Jamaica scam foreigners. Um I wrote down some things what I want to talk to you about here on my laptop. It's right here where, well, if I'm looking right here, I'm just trying to put together all my thoughts. um I live in Jamaica from 2023 officially, and it's more than 2 years past. But before that I live here at COVID time 2 years, and before that I was traveling to Jamaica, to Kingston, uh 4 or 5 times, because I was a dancehall dancer, and I always was coming to Jamaica to dance dancehall, to study dancehall from Jamaican dancers. And to be honest, I experienced a lot of shit. Well, where should I start? Let me start from the moment what I live in Jamaica, right? And I'm planning to stay in Jamaica, to live here. And I think Jamaica is such a nice country. Jamaica have beautiful nature. Jamaica have beautiful energy. Like, if you ever been in Jamaica, this energy what Jamaica gives you, I don't know, it's something magical about that. And I know a lot of amazing people, amazing Jamaican people. But there are some people in Jamaica. I mean, it's not only in Jamaica, everywhere. I'm from Russia, and in Russia you will find same bad people who is trying to scam you and trying to say some bad things. It's everywhere, and I understand that, right? Everywhere is bad people, everywhere is good people, in every country. But I want to share my story, how I feel about my life in Jamaica, my life, my experiences, what I went through as a white girl living in Jamaica, as a white foreigner girl living in Jamaica. And I want to tell you some situation how Jamaican people on the streets trying to scam me over and over again. And it just make me feel so disgusting bad. Why I started making this video today? Because just today I had some situation, and it's just make me feel so bad. Well, let me, when I go to this situation, I tell you the context of that situation, you're gonna understand. And I travel a lot in my life. I've been to Asia, I've been in Europe, I've been in different countries, in Egypt and Turkey. And I don't know, maybe I travel in wrong places, and that's why I never experienced some scam like that. But the things were happening in Jamaica is really bad, and it's really make me feel so bad. Like, it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. Well, let me repeat again. I know what there are a lot of amazing people in Jamaica. And right now, while I'm gonna tell you all that stories what happened to me in Jamaica, I'm not saying what all Jamaica is bad. All people in Jamaica is bad, because I choose to live in Jamaica. No one forced me to do that. And the reasons behind that is I really love Jamaica. But sometimes, most of the time, when I have to go outside and talk to people outside, not even talk to people outside, but when I'm trying to buy something, or when I connect with people where I cannot see prices, when they don't put it on the paper, the people always try to scam me, because they look at me like, "Oh, this girl look like money." People literally saying those things for me in my Instagram, like, "Yo, girl, you look like money," and they're laughing. And maybe because I'm from Russia and this is different mentality, but this is not even sound funny for me. This just sounds so sad for me. Like, you look at someone and you saying, "Yo, girl, you look like money." And one more thing before I start telling you all that stories. um I'm not from rich family. I'm from basic middle class in Russia. And middle class in Russia is not the same middle class in Jamaica or middle class in some of the first world countries like USA, Canada, or UK, where if you live middle class, well, I don't really know about Canada, USA, and UK about middle class, but I think middle class in those countries is definitely better than in Russia, because in Russia people don't really pay much, and because of the USD dollar is so expensive and Russian money is not so stable. um, that's why, well, all of that I'm saying for the context. Like, I never come from rich family, and I'm sure if I came from rich family, I would never make this type of videos, because if I had a lot of money, I wouldn't even think about this 1,000 Jamaican here, 1,000 here. I would just be like, okay, who cares? I have money. But because of my experience in Jamaica and because I never came from the rich family, this is why I look at those things. And for me, it's just, Jesus, guys, it just make me feel so disgusting. Like, I know I'm not from rich family, and one day I'm gonna share with you. One day when I have money, when I feel more secure about my situation, I'm gonna share with you all difficult things what I went through as a foreigner in Jamaica, about money, think about everything. But right now, I'm in that situation when I don't have stable money, and I live in Jamaica, and most of the time, if I live alone without my man right now, I wouldn't be make like I I would never be able to rent place. I would never be able to buy vegetables or fruits because they're so expensive in Jamaica, and because I don't have my own garden, my own farm where I can go and just take fruits and vegetables. Well, because I'm not from rich family, I'm not from like uptown class, upper class. For me, this money thing is just something what I'm going through right now. I mean, I wish I could be rich and drive my Porsche, my dream car, and be just like, yeah, who cares? Let's go to buy some salmon for 10,000 Jamaican. And but I'm not there yet. This is why I'm sharing this. Okay, for you to understand, if you're watching not from Jamaica and if you don't understand, Jamaican money is 10 US dollars. It's about 1,593 Jamaican. Or if we're talking about Jamaican money, 1,000 Jamaican dollars is about $6.27 US dollars. This is for you to understand, because I'm gonna talk about Jamaican money. Okay. Well, the situation what happened to me today. I live in Kingston, Jamaica, and often I cannot just go and buy anything I want outside from the people who is selling fruits and vegetables in those markets. Like when they have some, I don't really know how you guys call them in English, but like people who is selling something outside, right? Because most of the time when people see me in Kingston, I was thinking like in Kingston, but after that I remember what when you're in tourist cities, it's actually even worse. When they see me in tourist cities, which is like Montego Bay Ocho Rios or Negril or other cities, they even charge me more. Well, I'm talking about Kingston. When they see me, they, because they never have money, like printed money on the fruits or vegetables, when they see me, they just put prices double or triple. And people in my comments in Instagram saying like, what's the problem, just go and ask someone to buy you something. Just imagine, now I'm independent woman who live in Jamaica, and I want just to be able, I want to be able to walk where I want to walk and buy what I want to buy. If I'm driving past someone who is selling like, let's say, coconut, and I want to drink some coconut, I don't want to ask someone, I don't want to call my Jamaican friends and be like, yo, I want to buy coconut, but I don't want people to scam me, can you please buy me coconut? No, it's so stupid. Like, no one is doing that, right? And I wouldn't do that too, because I live here. It's not like I'm here for 2 weeks. I live here and I want to be able to do things by myself. Um, and when people see me, they just see me as a bag of money. They don't see me like, they don't know what I went through. They just see me and they're like, oh, this bag of money, let's charge her were some crazy prices. I'm gonna tell you the exactly situation what happened to me after I say all these things, and it's just make me feel disgusting bad. And a lot of those people, they have this mentality that if you're a foreigner, they just have to scam you, because they treat you like you're just like you never work hard, like you never work hard to come to this country. They just treat you like, oh yeah, she probably have like money tree at her house and she just taking this money from the tree. They never treat you normal because you're a foreigner, because you look different. And this is such a disgusting thing, like, because a lot of especially when I live here in COVID time, because right now my man, he's helping me to, he's I live in his apartment, he's buying food and everything. But before, when I live here alone at COVID time, a lot of people live better than me, and I was just struggling. Well, um and some people telling me like, yo, when I post something in Instagram about that, and people saying me, yo, you come to Jamaica, just take what it is and don't say bad things about Jamaica. Don't say bad things about Jamaica. It's not bad things. It's the real things what happening in Jamaica right now with people like me who live in Jamaica. Because those things, they're not happening with Jamaican people. Not, I'm not talking about uptown Jamaican people. It's always happened with uptown Jamaican people. I'm talking about regular, good middle class or um, lower class. It's never happened to them, probably. It's happening with foreigners, it's happening with uptown class. And most of those people, they really think what you just deserve that. And this is disgusting. Like, I'm smiling, but this is really disgusting. It's something what make me sit and think like, do I really want to stay in this country? Do I really want to go outside and experience that every day? I don't know. Maybe one day you see me starting doing my social media in other country. I don't know, but I hope no, because I really love Jamaica. But those things question it, make me just question it, because I'm like, this is something wrong. This is really wrong. And same time, I see a lot of good people, good Jamaican people. I don't really want to put this label good and bad, but people who see the problem in that behavior, people who is like, yeah, this is a problem, this is wrong, this is just wrong to scam people like that. I don't know. The next thing is, in some countries, for example, when you go to Thailand, you know what, in Thailand, there are local prices and foreigner prices. But because Thailand is really cheap country to live in, like if you ever see video about Bangkok, you know what, for like 1000 US dollars you can live in great place, eat good food, eat fruits and vegetables, amazing fruit and vegetables every day, do massage every day, and it's so cheap. Or if you ever see videos about life in Bali, it's same. And there are some standards, there are not standards, there are some limits, you know, there are some real limits. But when you live in Jamaica, guys, I'm so sorry to saying that, but Jamaica is still third world country, or how they call it now, not um development country, right? The country who is still um who is not first country. I don't really know if I say something wrong in English. I'm not trying to say it in bad way. It's because how my brain works, because I'm translating from Russian language to English and I'm trying to speak through that filter. And we Russian people, we are so straightforward. And I know sometimes I might sound rude because which words I use, and in English it might sound rude, but I'm not trying to sound rude. I'm just trying to speak my mind, and this is hard for me still, but I'm trying. And because Jamaica is not first world country yet, and when you come to Jamaica, you are thinking, this is how I was thinking before I come to Jamaica. I was like, Jamaica is third world country, right? Probably if I'm from first world country, probably I have to be able to buy fruits and vegetables to live normal life. But no, you know what? In Jamaica, all prices in Jamaica is the double prices from Russia. Like all fruits, vegetables, electricity, rent, and everything is double price. In Russia, everything double cheaper. Everything. If you're from countries like USA, UK, and Canada, you might never experience this those things, because for you Jamaica is still cheaper than USA, but for me it's not. And when you are going to Thailand, you actually know what there are local prices and foreigner prices. But because Thailand is so affordable, even for me, from person who is from Russia, not even from USA or UK or Canada, and even if you know what they charge you more, it's not really bite your pocket, you know. It's not like, because you still can afford it. And most of the times when I've been to Thailand, when I bought something like some fruits or vegetables or juice or go to the massage, I would pay for the massage and would just give them tips, like same tips what I gave just for the massage. I don't remember currency, I don't remember how much money I gave them, but I remember I was doing that because you're like, these people deserve, you're literally thinking these people deserve more and you want to give them more. The thing in Jamaica right now, when you go outside and every step you take, people trying to scam you, you don't want to give any tips because you just questioning like, what the fuck is going on here? Why prices in Jamaica is more expensive than in USA, UK, or Canada? How I know what prices is more expensive? Because I know how to use internet. Sometimes I go to the Walmart website in USA and I'm just trying to find how much things cost in USA. And this is crazy difference. And in USA, people make way more money. And the food is way more cheaper. Here's another thing. I don't know. I feel like this video gonna be for like 1 hour, but here's another thing. You know what? Um, most of the supermarkets, they sell stuff what people buy in USA. For example, you want to order something for your body, something for your hair. And in Jamaica, if you buy it in Jamaica, if you go in pharmacy or any store, you're gonna pay double price in Jamaica for those things what you can order on Amazon for double cheaper. Double cheaper. Can I say this? I don't know. But cheaper price. And this is crazy thing. Like, for example, you can buy Levi's jeans or shorts for like, let's say shorts for 20 US dollars when it's sale, or 30 US dollars. Here in Jamaica, you're going to spend 60. And this is something okay in Jamaica. But me, foreigner who live in Jamaica, I always question these things. I'm like, guys, I still live in third world country. But why I pay more money than people pay in first world country? I just can't get it. I don't know who I need to question these questions to, Jamaican prime ministers or Jamaican whoever, I don't know. But this is crazy. This is crazy. For me, this is crazy. Well, now let's go. One more thing here, and about those prices for fruits and vegetables. I know what most of Jamaican not gonna spend those money what people trying to scam me with. I just know. I just know that. But if I'm making content and post it on Instagram about how people trying to scam me over and over and over again, same people who would never spend this money, they're saying, yo girl, just spend that money. Yo, you're a bag of money. But I'm not bag of money. I'm working so fucking hard to make it work. I work so hard to move to Jamaica by myself. And it's not like all people who is from abroad, they're just bag of money. This is not how it's work in real world. Okay, let's go. Situation what happened to me today. I live in uptown place in Kingston. I live in Barbican. If you know where is Barbican, you know Barbican. And I just feel today is the 19th of May 2025, and it's about like avocado season started, and I love avocado. And I told my man, like, let's go to La Chusan. If you know La Chusan, it's like uptown rich people supermarket. And near this supermarket, there are some people who is selling fruits and vegetables. About this place, regular people will never go there and buy. I know this is uptown place, and I know there are uptown prices. But if I gonna go to Coronation Market where people always send me, first is not safe for me. I'm talking about me because I had my bad experience in Jamaica. People shoot near me, people tried to attack me several times, and I'm not gonna go to Coronation Market to get bananas cheaper but don't not feel safe, because I know Jamaica is not that safest place in the world. Okay? Let's stop here. If you in comments want to send me to Coronation Market, I'm not gonna do it, at least right now. Maybe one day I will, but not right now. For me, my safety is on the first place. Well, I just feel like I wanted to buy avocados today. And I was ready. I was like, okay, how much they can sell avocados for in that uptown place? Like, 600 for one avocado. We come to that place and the lady had avocados, and I asked her if she have. I was so respectful to her, and I asked which avocado she have, and we started checking if they're soft enough to, because I wanted the soft one to eat it today. And my man, he found one ripe avocado, ripe enough to eat today, but like some part of that avocado was smashed, like it was black and with some holes. Well, it was spoiled, but it was the only ripe avocado. Okay. And I asked this lady, how much for that avocado? And she said, I'm gonna give you discount. I say, okay, you're gonna give us discount, but how much for that avocado? Guys, you're gonna laugh, especially if you watch it from Jamaica where you have avocado tree and you don't know where to who to give those avocados because you have so much avocados. Just contact me. I'm gonna come when it's avocado season. I'm gonna come with my man and take those avocados because you're gonna really love. And this avocado wasn't, there are some huge avocados, but though this one was kind of like middle size. And I would say 20% of that avocado was spoiled. And this lady, she told us, I'm going to give you a discount. And I keep asking her, how much for those avocado? She say 800. I look at her, I'm like, excuse me, how much? She say, and she was already in that mood. She was like, I say 800. I say, is that price with discount for the small avocado? I say, this is discount price for this small spoiled avocado. She looked at me and she said, yes. If it wasn't spoiled, it was 1,000. And I just laugh, not in bad way, like, yo, you're crazy. I just laugh and I say, sorry, I can't afford it. Like, I'm not that rich, because it's like rich people place. And I say, like, okay, I'm not that rich, but how much for breadfruit? And that moment she turned, she kissed her teeth. I cannot do that. I spent in Jamaica more than 5 years, but I can't kiss my teeth yet. Well, she just turned and she left and she sit on her chair. And I asked her, but how much for breadfruit? Because I wanted to buy breadfruit too, because I live in Jamaica and I barely eat breadfruit because I can't find it or the prices is really like crazy. And about breadfruit, the prices for breadfruit in uptown places is like 800 or 1,000 Jamaican dollars, which is 6 US dollars 27 cents. And this is so expensive for Jamaica because breadfruit just grow on the trees everywhere, and people in countryside just eat breadfruit without stop. But if you don't have tree, if you don't have friends with tree, you're gonna spend more than 6 US dollars to buy a little breadfruit. And this lady, she sit on her chair, she kissed her teeth, and when I asked her how much for breadfruit, she looked at me. She never even looked at me. She was staring at her phone, and she said, "You are not that rich to buy breadfruit." I was like, "Excuse me?" And she just stared at her phone, and that's it. Guys, maybe I don't understand something, but this lady just gave me that kind of attitude. But when I came home, first I felt disgusting bad because this is just, this is what I'm talking about. There are some limits. You can scam people, but don't scam them too much, because when you scam people like that, you're literally selling the small avocado for 800 spoiled avocado. I'm so sad I never took picture of that avocado, or I never recorded videos. But you just get like 700-800. And after that we went to another place. They're standing outside of La Chusan, and I never went out because I'm too white for that shit, unfortunately. And my man, he went there. You can ask me why first time you never send your man, because I'm an independent woman and I want to be able to walk by myself and buy things what I need. This is why I never send him first time, because I was like, they can't scam me too much, because I was already ready to be scammed. But she just scammed me so much. Well, when my man went there, in another place, he bought one breadfruit and two avocados, the bigger avocados. Each avocado they are not spoiled, they are just perfect, and they were bigger one. One avocado was 600. But though this lady tried to sell me spoiled small avocado for 800. Jamaican. This is crazy. Well, another situation, what happened to me in Jamaica, right after hurricane season in Jamaica last year in 2024, we had big problems with bananas. I didn't really see bananas for like couple of months in Jamaica, because of hurricane and everything. And I understand this, and I'm not saying like people have to do something with this, because if farmers had some problem, I 100% understand that. But what I can understand is how people trying to scam me over and over again. I actually have this video in Instagram. Maybe I'm gonna put this video here or here. I don't know. Or if not, maybe I'm gonna just add the link under my video, under this video, but you can just go and check this video. Well, we were passing the Red Hills Road because we just check the Price Mart, because I always buy everything in Price Mart, because in Price Mart I can see prices. I don't like shopping in on the streets because people always try to scam me, and I better go to supermarket than I'm gonna deal with that scam over and over again. And the worst thing for me about this scam, like I feel like people look at me and they just think what I'm stupid. This is what I hate. I don't like people look at me and treat me like I'm the idiot. No one like it, and I don't like it too. And I better go to the supermarket. Well, we couldn't find bananas anywhere, not in Price Mart, not in regular supermarkets. And when we drive through Price Mart, from Price Mart back home, and we saw these ladies in near Price Mart on Red Hills Road selling fruits and vegetables. If you live in Kingston, you know those people. And we just stopped there, and I look from the window and I say, "Hey, how much for bananas?" And she say 18, and I'm still so bad with numbers, and I was like, 18? 18 what? 8,000 1,800? She say yes, and I was like, what the fuck, because I know bananas cost like 600. And I was like, for how much? She said, for dozen. Now just imagine, and I have a lot of comments on that video, and a lot of people saying me what I should buy. I shouldn't say bad things about Jamaica. But is that just explain, is that bad thing I'm saying bad things about Jamaica, or it's Jamaican people who is trying to scam foreigners like me, making Jamaica look bad? Because I'm not trying to make Jamaica look bad, I'm just sharing my experience. And if people in the country treating me bad, like I'm idiot, or like I'm bad with money, I'm not trying to make Jamaica look bad. I'm just sharing my experience. And this lady, she just wanted to charge me 1,800 Jamaican dollars for dozen bananas, for 12 bananas. And I was like, this is crazy. And I never planned to, but I know these people always trying to scam me. This is why I started recording. I didn't even know she gonna tell this crazy price, but I was so lucky what I recorded it, and I posted it, and this video become viral. And a lot of people not happy with this video because they're like, yo, you're a foreigner, you're a rich person, just shut up and buy it, or these bananas is organic. None of organic bananas gonna cost 1,800, guys. And I know none of Jamaican gonna spend 1,800 for dozen bananas. Okay, next situation, what happened to me. When we went to, this is why this is why I hate going to tourist cities. When Jamaican people who is selling some stuff see me in these tourist cities like Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, or Negril, they charge me even more. But this is just the type of hype they have in these tourist cities, because if they see you, they think what there are only one country or like three countries in the world would travel to Jamaica is like USA, UK, or Canada, and they think what people just, again, what money just grow on the trees for those people, and they can charge them wherever. If you want to buy the coconut to drink, this jelly coconut in Kingston is gonna cost about 300 to 500 Jamaican dollars. in Kingston. It depends which where you buy it. Most of the time it's 400 or 350 or 500. It depends where you buy it. Or sometimes it's just free if you can climb tree. But we went to that hotel in Negril because I was doing my collaboration with hotel, and this situation never happened to me. This situation happened with one person with whom I was talking, and she said this young guy come to me. She was at the beach, and this young guy come to her, and he said, "Hey, do you want coconut?" And she asked him how much for the coconut, and he say it's 10. I don't want to lie. He say it's 10 or 8 US dollars. The 10 US dollars is 1,593 cents for today. And when she say, okay, but he didn't had any coconuts, she say, okay, but where is coconut? He's like, if you want it, I'm gonna go and climb that tree and bring it. And you might say it's nothing but the little guys just trying to hustle. Yes, and I'm agree. But still, guys, there are some limits. And sometimes I think the more Jamaican people like this going to treat foreigners that bad, one day, I hope it's never happened, but I feel like one day people gonna be just enough from that shit. They're gonna be like, you know what? I love Jamaica so much, but I don't wanna go to Jamaica because they just come so hard. Even people in my comments in Instagram, because Instagram is my main platform, even people on that platform saying, yeah, I'm Jamaican, but I live somewhere in foreign right now, and when I come back home I always ask my cousins or mother or helper or someone to go and buy stuff for me, because as soon as people see me on the streets, they somehow know what I don't live in Jamaica, and they trying to scam me too. And this is crazy. Well, next thing, it's two more things I want to share with you. One more thing happened to me in COVID time. It was in Ocho Rios. When COVID just started, we had some place to stay for a couple of weeks in Ocho Rio, and I spend most of my time in Kingston because I don't like these tourist cities. They try to scam me so much. I don't like it. And we went to some shop. We just wanted to find some regular food like rice and chicken, and it was some, like regular, they call it restaurant here. It's like street shop where you walk and you just order like rice and peas with fried chicken, or the other chicken, or brown stew chicken, or barbecue chicken. And we went to that shop and they didn't had prices, and I never trust places where they don't have prices, because I know if they don't have prices, especially in tourist city, they don't have those prices for a reason, probably because they like to scam foreigners. And I went there with my friend. I don't remember, again, I don't want to lie. I don't want to tell you exactly what prices it was, because it was about like 3 years ago, or like almost 5 years ago, that this situation. But I remember the prices was crazy. Like the regular box of food that time cost, I think small box of food that time and COVID time cost about 600 Jamaican dollars. The big one cost 1,000. And I remember each of us wanted to buy like big one, and we knew it's gonna be about 2,000. And we come there, and the lady tell us, or it was a guy, I don't remember. They told us some crazy price. Like in total, we had to pay 2,000 Jamaican, and they told us about 3,500, some shit like that. And I look at them and I'm like, excuse me, how much for one box? And he says some crazy price. And I look at the people around, Jamaican people who were sitting there and eating, and I ask them, guys, did you buy food for those price? You know what these people did? They act like they never hear me. They act like they don't know what I'm talking about. It was disgusting situation, and I was so mad and pissed off because I couldn't even buy regular food in regular shop, because how I look like and because how I speak, and this is disgusting. And the last situation I had, the situation happened to me in 2019 in Jamaica. It was my third trip to Jamaica, and we I didn't really know much things that time. I didn't really know much things about how much this cost or that cost. And we were in Kingston, and that time we rented some Airbnb at the Mona. If you know Kingston, you know where is Mona. And we just had to take some route taxi because we didn't want to spend so much money and call taxi, stay on the road, because we finished some party at Highway Tree, and we just knew what we can take the road taxi from Highway Tree straight to Mona. We took this taxi with my friend, right? And this driver just drive us, but we never know how much people charge in road taxi that time. Road taxi is the people who is driving on the same place, and they normally charge so cheap, like 100. That time I think they charge about 100 Jamaican dollars for like one ride or one drive. Right now I don't really know. I'm so happy I'm not taking road taxi right now. I never had any bad experience with that taxi. It's only this situation when the person tried to scam us, but I'm still so happy that I don't need to take it no more, because the experience is not always good. And but again, it's nothing but if you have this type of experience, because I've been in that situation when more than 2 years I had to take this route taxi because I just had to, because I didn't really have money and I tried to save a lot. Well, this guy just drove us from Highway Tree to Mona. um, if you know the distance, you know. And this person, when we tell him to stop right here, he stop us, and we say how much, because someone, I think some dancers, because it was moment when I still was a dancehall dancer in Jamaica, and some dancers put us in that road taxi, but they never tell us how much they're gonna charge us, because they probably thought we knew the prices, and we knew it should be something cheap, but we didn't know how much. And these taxis look at us and he say 1,000, and we're like, excuse me, 1,000. Again, it was 2018, and this guy in route taxi charges to drive from Highway Tree to Mona for 1,000. But because that time I didn't really speak English, and I was with my friend, she didn't she spoke English, and she didn't want to say anything bad to them, and I couldn't say because I didn't speak English, and we wasn't sure how much is that. But there was people, two more person with us in that taxi, and I look at this guy and I ask this guy to tell us if this is the right price, because I feel like they're scamming us. And all those people was sitting and pretending like they don't understand what we're talking about. And my friend, she say like, Kari, let's not argue with them, because I'm the person, when someone is trying to scam me, I'm not gonna just smile and be like, thank you guys. No, I know my rights. I know whether you can scam me. And she was like, Kari, just calm down. And she just gave him this 1,000, and we just left. But that moment, the road taxi for one person for one drive cost less than 100 Jamaican dollars. Just imagine. And some of those people, they have no shame to scam you like that. No shame. That's it, guys. It's more than 40 minutes. I share all my stories. I share everything I wanted. Again, please, thank you, and please. I know a lot of amazing people in Jamaica, but those people who I was talking about today, these people don't make Jamaica look good. These people just make Jamaica look so disgusting. But because if more foreigners going to start share those things, Jamaica going to be in bad situation, I think, and I hope it's never happen. And I hope just Jamaican people one day, those people who is trying to scam everyone, they just change somehow, and they just stop scam people that hard. But today, after this avocado situation, I just felt really disgusting bad because this lady, she never even, I felt like she was proud of herself. Like she's like, you know, like why not? Why not? Why? Because they give you this attitude like you are just bag of money, and this is why they just hate you, and this is why they're just trying to charge you more and more. Well, guys, if you're a foreigner who ever experienced those things in Jamaica, please share in comments which situation you had in your life and your experience in Jamaica, and how did you feel about that. This is so important. Or if you're a Jamaican who don't live in Jamaica but who come to Jamaica sometimes, tell me your experience too, please. It's gonna be so helpful for me. Or if you're Jamaican who is scamming people, just tell me the reason. If you're gonna even if you're gonna text those reasons from fake account, what you just created, just tell me the reasons. Because I'm logical person and I'm just trying to understand why. And I can't. Because for me, this is not normal. If you ever come to Russia and someone trying to scam you like that, there always be people around you who gonna look at that person who is scamming you, and they're gonna tell him straight in his face, yo, why you scamming this person so hard? You're doing something bad. This is how it's work in Russia. I never say what in Russia people never try to scam you. People trying to scam you. But there are always people around who gonna see this scam, and they're gonna be like, yo dude, you can't do that, it's wrong. Because I know things, I know right things from wrong things. Again, I don't really want to label it like that, but there are some things like that, like wrong things and right things. And to charge someone 1,800 for those in bananas is just wrong. And it doesn't matter if you think it's right or wrong, if I look like a bag of money, if I look rich, if I look this or that, this is just wrong. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy. If you're traveling to Jamaica and you're a foreigner, I wish you luck. And I wish you never go to that situation. And I just wish that you're rich enough to afford Jamaica, because life in Jamaica, and even when you come to Jamaica as a foreigner, is so freaking expensive. Thank you guys. See you in next video.